everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we're going to do another Firewood Friday video. So I want to talk about these IBC totes. If you're just getting into firewood or you're doing it for your personal use, these are very inexpensive, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. And I'll show you how simple it is to transform it from the tote down to a usable lumber or firewood crate. So I basically had already unscrewed these little rails that lock the tank in, and it's nothing more than it's 4 screws, and usually they have a Torx head on them. So that's the first step. Then basically all I do is I just lean them over on their side, and now that we got a camera rolling, we'll see if it actually comes out. Every time you turn the camera on, something goes wrong. So that's how simple that step is. And then these little corner protectors, they just clip in there. So that's as simple as that. And then you can either keep your tote, you don't have to cut the fronts out. That's preference. It just makes it easier if you're gonna, especially for unloading. So just a simple with the Sawzall here, and I'll show you how simple that is. Just cordless Sawzall, metal cutting blade. And I like to go as wide as we do. You don't have to cut as much out, whatever you want to do. Top rail is the strongest. We're in the frame here or not. There you go. So the actual tote itself is now ready. So we go a step further, and I'm going to try to salvage all the bladders that I can. And we're going to use them for firewood stacking as well. But basically you want to do some drain holes, and a unibit works the best. So I just put about 6 holes in it. Then also take the cap off. Won't need that no more. This will become the bottom. Okay, then I leave them dry. I turn them upside down, and I leave them dry for a while. So our next step, we're going to go over here by the edge of the hill here and bring little Donnie with us. And you want to let whatever's in it drain out. In this case, there's a lot of highway paint. So what we're going to do is just get little Donnie, and we're just going to leave about a 4-inch rim in here. you can see the paint just peels right off. The highway paint's not a big problem. I didn't bring my crescent wrench or my pipe wrench to get rid of the valve, but we're going to cut it. Big rocks everywhere. Almost. Then this here, you can just peel the paint off of it. You can actually use it for a cover because we're going to let the firewood come up out of here. So, but yeah, you don't have to be precise on these. Now you got yourself another container to store stuff in. We're going to set them on just a wooden pallet. Then we can move them around real easy. And just leaving that little bit of a rim in here really puts the strength into it. And I'm just going to use this for like hunks and chunks, stuff that I'm going to heat with. And I'm not really that worried about if we get a use or two out of these. I really don't care because it's not a big investment here. So, but yeah, the paint will you just peel it right off. And so we're going to get some just undesirable firewood to go into these. So we'll get the pellet over there and we'll cut some pieces and let's split a little bit of wood. Well, it's nice to have an excavator with a thumb on it, and that log is too crooked to take over to the bucking station. So the pieces that are too short, the ones that are going to have the big knots, I'm going to throw them into that one of them bladders, because that wood will be all shredded up. It's not going to be pretty firewood, but it'll make great heat for me. So I'm going to finish cutting up that little hunk there. We'll put a container in place, and we'll split some of this ugly short stuff up and stuff with knots in it, and we'll see how much it takes to fill up a tote. Well, that's not bad. We got a nice load of wood there. So, a lot of controversy on covering your firewood. My belief is if you keep the water out of that tote, that wood is going to dry that much faster. So, my buddy works for a place they're selling LBL lumber, and he literally brings home 60-foot pieces of this stuff. It's free. So, we don't got nothing invested in just some of this plastic wrap. I got this through Amazon, and I believe there was 12 rolls in a box, and you got 2 spool handles for it for like 35 bucks. So that'll wrap a lot of wood. So basically, I'm gonna put the black side up. Maybe it'll attract more heat. I'll trim the excess when we're done. And all we're going to do is just tie our plastic wrap onto the tote, onto the bar here. I think we got her. Then just tuck your corners in as you go around. And we're going to go around about 5 or 6 times. We'll go around one more time. Once you get dizzy, it's enough. Perfect. And all we're going to do is just tie it back around. And that's it. This tote is ready to go sunbathe for a few months, and then it'll be good dry firewood. But the wind won't take this off, and it's actually hot already touching it. So I'm going to get a knife, trim off the excess, and that's how we do it. You can do it whatever you want to do. If you don't want to tarp them, don't tarp them. But I think you're doing yourself a favor, because you will have really, really dry wood. And then in the wintertime, you won't have a bunch of snow and ice in there. So there it is. Well, we're going to wrap it up for today, and got some more logs ready for tomorrow. And we took apart a few more totes, and that's happening along. And we got some more cleanup to do here. These are tree tops. So the excavator's been a huge help here. So we moved the firewood back to the other side here so we can finish cleaning up here. Everything was in our way. So this is going to be some chipper action coming your way. And it's just nice when you got a machine that can just drag it out, and then you don't have to go crawling back in the woods after it. And the firewood's slowly building up. I got to finish getting more tarp material, and we put the baskets so I can get around them and get them tarped up here. And there's the bladders. And that's the one that the one in the back is my shop firewood. Then here's a tote that's stacked up high, and that's about 1/3 of a cord there, but that was stacked tightly. And then everything else was just thrown in here loosely. And these are all loose down here. So I got to get a couple more of these tarped up. And the firewood is slowly starting to accumulate. We got a little bit more wood to clean up back in here and get this mess cleaned up. But we have a lot of storage area for firewood, so I think I'm gonna go over and sit down and have a drink of water with Eddie. We're pretty much done for today, and we'll see you over at our little campground. I think I'm gonna take a break, Ed.
I think we found the best spot on all this property right here. In
And
the shade, in the chair.
This is the part of retirement I do enjoy. So we got a lot done today on the Firewood Friday video, and if you like this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody.
Yeah, sharing's
and
good.
we're still working on getting to 100,000, but
We're not shy by much.
no, we're not. Oh, what are we? 97,200, I think we got now. And so I don't know what we'll be doing next, but we got some monster white pines coming up, and not sure if that's going to happen or not on the next video, but we'll get it happening. So
we've got a few things to solve.
Yeah, so we'll catch you on the next one, and we'll guarantee we'll be doing something. So thanks for coming along. Alrighty.